All right, now let's move on to our next story. So, this one is all about new details about why Crystal Kolminkoff was fired, and then also insiders claim that she's devastated by the news, which I'm sure she is, and then also reactions. I believe Andy Cohen reacted, and so did Kyle. So, we'll get a little bit into that as well. Okay. So this is according to Reality Blurb. It says Krista Kolminkoff is devastated after reportedly being fired from the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Following Crystal's confirmation of the news on Monday, during which she said her departure from Bravo reality series wasn't a goodbye, but a see you soon. An insider claimed the 41-year-old was not asked to return to the show for season 14 due to her lackluster performance on season 13. Again, sorry, I'm drinking a little bit of tea for my throat. Again, I'm not sure if I agree with producers on this. I've always said it. I think Crystal has always gotten a bad edit. I don't think it's just her not giving. I think that's a part of it too, and she kind of can be lackluster. But I also feel like the producers always kind of like edit her as a B character and as a friend of. And again, I actually don't think her performance was lackluster in season 13. I think they didn't really show her the first half, but the second half, I think she was great. I think her and Garcelle, even her, Erica Garcelle, and Sutton were such a vibe. I loved that group. I think that they were fun. They were a complete vibe. And I think her really sticking it to Annemarie Wiley, that was also a vibe. Again, I'm like, if you were going to fire Crystal, it should have been after her second season. But that's just my opinion on that. Whether or not I think it's going to really matter if she's there or not, probably not. But I'm not sure I understand the producer's rationale. So there's that. Okay. She was fired because she didn't deliver, an insider told Us Weekly on April 17th. Producers told her she doesn't have a storyline, so they had to let her go. The outlet's explanation of Crystal's departure is in alignment with the report that came out before her confirmation from the Daily Mail. They don't want her back because they feel she has done all she can do on the show, and she no longer has much to add to the drama. So another contract has not been offered, the insider explained on Monday. They appreciate her contributions to the show, and the parting is not ugly, but it's just time to move on. Following the report, Crystal shared an Instagram reel making the news official with her fans and followers. I just wanted to share the news that I will not be coming back to film season 14 of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. It's very bittersweet, she stated. Never did I think I would have been asked to do the show in a million years, let alone film it for 3 seasons. Every single year I was asked back, it was a blessing, it was an honor. See, this is how you gracefully bow out. You don't go on a Twitter tirade. You don't have your husband cussing women and your co-stars and your castmates out. I'm looking at you, Annemarie Wiley. You don't lie and say it was a mutual decision or it was your choice and you wanted to walk away. You do it with grace and you do it with humility to maintain your reputation so that you can come back under good graces, so that you can get other offers, whether or not it's reality TV, but just business in general. Your reputation, your name is one of the most important and one of your most valuable assets that you have. So the way that you deal with, the blessing of being asked back means a lot. And also the way that you deal with maybe the obstacle or the not so good news of not being asked back is also even more important. Because the true test of somebody's character isn't how they act when things are going their way, but how do they deal when things don't go their way. So kudos to Crystal, because I feel like she's handling this with class and with grace and really maintaining not just her reputation, but also her husband's. Rob Minkoff, he's a big director, producer, whatever at Disney. So she's not just representing herself, she's also representing her husband. So I kudos to Crystal for that, to like bow out gracefully. Crystal joined The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills in 2021 for season 11 as the series' first Asian American, which she has put a lot of weight on her, which she said put a lot of weight on her shoulders. Looking ahead to the future, Crystal teased, I have some other things going on that I will be sharing with you soon. At the end of the day, that may have been my biggest gift of filming this show is connecting with so many of you with your beautiful souls, she noted. So more to come, but I'm just so grateful for everyone's love and support. You guys are an incredible audience with your own unique story to tell, and I hope that you guys all one day will have your opportunity. After Crystal revealed she would not be part of season 14, Annemarie Wiley seemingly shaded her with a post about karma for someone who had played the victim, as Kyle Richards described her exit as sad. I kind of mixed emotions about it. Kyle explained, I will just play because I have a clip of what Kyle said, so I'll just play that for you guys. But when it comes to Annemarie Wiley trying to, shade Kyle, it's like, Annemarie, like, just pipe down. Like, just go away. Nobody asked you to be here. You clearly weren't wanted because you got fired. Just go away. And it's not Crystal's karma. The reason why Crystal was let go was because she sometimes can fade into the back. She is a little bit slow on the reads and delivery. And she had her whole, coconut water company that's making allegedly millions and millions of dollars. But because from a business standpoint, she doesn't want to share that revenue, in my opinion. Again, this is my opinion. With Bravo and NBC, maybe her investors didn't want her to do it. Maybe, her partners didn't want her to do it because of the Bethany clause, so she was not showing a part of her life. And I've always said this with Crystal. And again, I don't know if it's Crystal not showing it or if it's the producers not airing it, because who knows what the truth is about Crystal's edits. I always thought she got a bad edit. That was just my opinion. But who knows? Did she not show it, or did they not air it? Those are two different questions. If she didn't show it, that's on her. If they didn't air it, then she was being set up to be let go from jump. Because I always wanted to see Crystal going on shopping sprees, going on luxury travel. I wanted her to up her game. She could up her glam and her beauty and all of that stuff. Throw really decadent boozy brunches with your 14 friends, like all of that. I would want to see Crystal be that wealthy, bougie Beverly Hills Disney director wife. I would have ate that up all day, but we really didn't see that from her. But she does have that life because she shows it on like her Instagram. So who knows? Now let's see what Andy Cohen, who he himself has been in a lot of hot water and a lot of, his own tenure at Bravo is up in the air. So who knows? But on Tuesday's episode of Andy Cohen's Sirius Radio show, Andy Cohen Live responded to Crystal Minkoff's exit from The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. He said, "Oh, can I just say one more thing about the Housewives news? I thought Crystal's announcement that she wasn't coming back, it was first of all, she looked like best ever. But second of all, it was just so eloquent and classy, I thought," Andy stated. I was like, wow, that's the way to do it. I thought it was great. Andy needs to learn some new words. Okay, anyway. A day later, Kyle Richards shared her feelings on Crystal's departure during an Amazon Live. Okay, so I have that clip, so I'll play that for you guys, what Kyle said. But let's quickly touch upon what Andy said about and I agree with Andy, it is classy and it is the way to do it, but it also shows you that, like we talked about before with Andy, I don't even think Andy knew Crystal was fired until he saw her announcement. Because it goes back to what we were saying before. Andy doesn't have the power to hire and fire housewives anymore. I don't think he's had that power since 2013. I'm pretty sure, at least around there. And so it seemed like Andy was finding out that Crystal was fired right along with us, because he's like, oh, can I talk about the news? That's the way they do it. That's really sad. So to me, it seemed like he found out she was fired when we found out she was fired. So that again goes to Andy's perceived power, which is still power, versus his actual power with the housewives, because it seemed like he was shocked just like us. Okay. So here we go. Da, da, da. Let's listen to Kai.
Reaction to Crystal news. It's sad. It made me sad, of course. I don't know. I have kind of mixed feelings, not because of her, just because I'm like, yes, I know, it's probably disappointing, but also like life's great, without reality television too. So it's not like, oh my God, poor Crystal. She has a great family. And, there's a lot to say for not doing that. And, she's going to be great. Looks like you are rejoining RHOBH, does it? I haven't said anything yet. I actually, I know there's reports online that I'm not coming back. I'm coming back. That conversation actually is TBD. What did you think of Alexia and Todd divorcing? That's one of those things I saw on Instagram, but I, of course, have met her. I don't know them, so I know nothing about their story or anything. Dom asks, what was your feeling about Farrah's engagement ending? Did you have a feeling it would happen or something wasn't quite right? Sending love. No, Alex is a great guy. I just, Farrah is a very, very smart woman, and she's super smart. I mean, I trust that she knows what she's doing with her life.
Yeah, so it sounded like Kyle doesn't really care that Crystal's fired. She's like, oh, it's sad, but she has a good family. She'll be okay. Because as we all know, Kyle and Crystal always had a beef. Kyle never liked her. I think in Kyle's mind, a little delulu, she thought that Crystal took Teddy's place. No, Teddy didn't have a place. Teddy's fired. Stop trying to make her happen. Let it go, Kyle. But I want to know what you guys think about this. What do you think about Andy Cohen finding out that Crystal's been fired on Instagram, just like the rest of us? And what do you think about, Kyle kind of shading Crystal with like, oh, it's sad, but she'll be fine. And what do you think about Crystal's departure? Are you sad she's leaving? Do you think her time was up? Do you think it was a bad edit? And what do you think about the upcoming season 14? My big question around season 14 is, Crystal's fired, Annemarie is fired, Dorit is up in the air. Who are they going to cast as the new girls? Who will the new girls be? That's at least 2 to 3 spots. I hope it's not Hilaria Baldwin. It's not going to be Tori Spelling. It's not going to be Christina Applegate, all these names that have been floating around. I personally don't want it to be a celebrity that we already know. I want it to be an actual real housewife that is going to be a reality person. I'm tired of, stars trying to be on the show. I think it worked with Garcelle, but I think that was, I don't know, like sort of like a sweet spot, but who knows? So, as always, be sure to like, subscribe, and share, and put your thoughts down below. So, with that, let's move on to our next story. So, this is all about Annemarie Wiley wiling the F out. Like, this girl needs to calm down. She needs Jesus. She needs to take a Xanax. She is out here acting a damn fool. A damn fool. So I don't know if you guys saw it or not, but there is this parody account up for Crystal Kong Minkoff. There's a lot of parody accounts out there, whether on Twitter or on Instagram. And usually they'll have like their stand, the person that they really like, and then they'll put out, fun memes or jabs or jokes. But everybody pretty much understands it's a joke. It's a parody account. It's not the real person behind it. Unfortunately, Annemarie Wiley is not that bright or smart. So let's get into it. This is from Reality Blurb. It says, Annemarie Wiley seemingly assumed that a Crystal Kong Minkoff parody account was the real thing, and then called Crystal's husband, quote, the Lion King, and suggested that she doesn't have, quote, actual money. The co-stars feuded throughout the season, though they both recently revealed that they won't